Good morning, traders. How are we doing? Today is April 11th, 2025. Market opens in about 5 minutes. Consider subscribing to the channel and join our community of over 7,000 day traders and investors who all want to do the same thing, and that's learn how to make money in the stock market. So here we go, sharing our screen. Markets have been trading sideways over the last day and overnight. It is now above that 200-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. But very interesting here. At 10 o'clock this day, it popped up. The next day, it pushed down. The next day, it popped up. The next day, it slightly pushed down. Okay, it did have a downswing. So today, are we going to be looking at an upswing, or is it going to get below this and sell off even more? I'm excited to find out with you all here today. And if you guys find this live stream helpful or you find value in any way, then definitely consider smashing that like button and subscribing to our community. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by July this year, so we're just a few months away. Let's see if we can do it. And you could be a part of that cause to help. All right, markets. Looks like it had a nice little bounce just now. There we go. That's looking good. You guys are all having a great day. It is Friday, so this is the last trading day of the week. Remember, I do not hold any positions overnight, and definitely I do not hold positions over the weekend. It's a great way for me to stay safe and be able to use my money every single day to my advantage like a sniper. Instead of wishing and hoping, I wait for opportunity and I strike, buying when direction is in my favor. But holding overnight is not something I like to do. I feel like it creates more problems than good. We can't time the market. No one knows exactly where the market's going to go. What we can do is a good job by identifying direction and making sure we're on the right side of it. We're going along with direction, whether it's bullish or bearish. We've been doing that all week anyways. Market's been selling off. People have been losing money. We've actually been making money because we've been shorting the market. When the market goes down, we've been trading SQQQ for everyone new to the channel. For some reason, my trades aren't coming up, so we can go here to trade chart settings, show trading intervals, and as you can see here, I've been trading SQQQ for quite some time. All these little bubbles are buy, sells, and trade areas. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Okay, guys? And we've been making some decent money here in the markets. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, definitely do. I give you updates there, which will showcase certain political statements or things, news releases, etc. that come out in real time. So when I know, you'll know. I also let my Discord members know. But the Discord's more for trade ideas and stocks I'm watching compared to Instagram, where I just kind of share all my memes and everything that we'd need to share, right? Like there's one right now saying that, well, I'll pull it up in a minute. I'm trying to share my links. We still got a couple of minutes here. There we go. One-man show, okay? One-man show. I think most traders are. Okay. Links are done. Okay, so it looks like it is getting rejected off of that level here, but still no confirmation. We're going to want to see QQQ get below probably like 443 and hold. I mean, even below 437, I'd say 443 would be a good level to get down below. Now, again, remember, this can get all the way down to 398, 400, okay? Be aware of that. It was just down to 433 last night. Okay, so there's another key level, 432.65. Now we can see a bounce. It is Friday, but usually Fridays aren't necessarily the best days. We do have earnings coming out soon. We do have earnings season starting and kicking off, I believe, today into next week. So that'll be interesting to see. But as long as we stay below this level, do you see how it pushed up above, retested, and it fell to a lower low? Pushed up above, held for a second, and now it's below. So could be a bear trap for the bulls today. This can also be just some consolidation before it goes to a lower level, okay? Now every day at 10 o'clock, we have a significant push up, down, up, or down at 10. So market opens in exactly 1 minute here. 30 seconds. And I am not in any open position right now. I have no active orders. There's nothing open right now, okay? I like to start fresh every day. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. I know we're going to have some people joining here in just a few. Are we going to be going long, or are we going to be going short? Okay, looks like there's a lot of volume here. MACD curling over. Could get a little bit of bullish sentiment today before a drop. On the 1 hour chart, it's staying above that moving average, so that's exactly what we like to see. On the 4 hour, it's still below that moving average, but above that 45 EMA. This could be a nice retracement from 440s to 451 levels. Looks like it's catching a lot more resistance around 450.50. So basically the same area as it was in yesterday, right? It's the same exact setup as yesterday here. We're just waiting to see, are we going to get a break below or a break above? All right, Friday trading looks like it's starting out a bit bearish today, but one red candle doesn't mean anything. As you can see, the choppiness here, trying to push up, and then it sold off. Day before, very choppy for the significant portion of the day. Day before that, slow grind up, and then immediately rejected and sold off the rest of the day. And then right here, like it was going to sell off, and then immediately pushed up. So we want to see, what is this doing? Is this going to continue to sell off for the day, for the majority of the day? We don't want to just put all of our money in and make a very small amount of money. We want to make sure that we're getting in and we're calculated, okay? SQQQ looking good right now at $39. I'd love to see, $43 today. That'd be nice, $4 or $5 per share. And yeah, looks like QQQ significantly selling off. Let's see if it can hold down at these levels. Okay, holding, right? 442 is a resistance, 442.40, so no point in rushing. This could bounce up very easily, $7, and TQQQ could push up very easily, you know. On the 30-minute, it's looking very bullish. On the 1 hour, it's looking bearish. Trying to hold. Okay, it is holding, which means it's going to bounce off of this 1 hour moving average here. Let's see. Does it hold or do we get bear? Oh, look, it's looked like it's getting rejected. What's going off? JNUG is going off. Oh, that's what it was. On I put on Instagram that that the U.S. wants to take China off of the dollar or whatever. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, one green day. Wait, no. Where is it? I'll have to find it. QQQ pushing up. Okay, testing again. See what happens. Okay, getting rejected off the 45 EMA. I can't find it now. But basically saying that they want to delist all Chinese stocks or something like that. Let's see. Pushing up. Yeah, Trump administration now considering delisting Chinese stocks on U.S. exchanges. But let's see what happens. Good morning. Good morning. Here we go. It's staying within this range. We needed to break out of this range to get a really good move. It needs to break above this moving average in order to be bullish. Apple, everything's trying to push above and hold above, but it's having some difficulty. Here we go. Now, last week, or well, a couple days ago, I shorted SQQQ here, and it pushed up, right? Not only did I lose money on my trade, I used all my money, so I couldn't get into that move. So today, we want to be just a little bit more calculated, right? We want to make sure that we get on the right side of the move. I mean, I would love to get into SQQQ right now at $39, but if it goes down to 33, then I lose money. And that'd be a better place to buy is at 35, 36, 33. Same with TQQQ. I'd love to get at TQQQ at 45, but I would have much rather have got it at 36. I believe there's more downside to the upside on the markets right now. We're gonna get rid of some lines, kind of clean up our chart a little bit. 5 minute. Yeah, see, we're in this like range right now. Very, very tight range. We need to get a breakout, guys. Today is Friday, so I don't expect anything crazy to happen. We could get a big move Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Last Friday, market sold off, so everyone could be expecting it to sell off. Doesn't mean it has to. Okay, this thing could rally. And it looks like that's exactly what it wants to do. But we want to be careful. We don't want to get on the wrong side either way, right? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Love you. Here we go. We might be going long today. Go 46 to 48. It's only 80. That's only $80 for me. That's not a heck of a lot. I mean, it is, but we're going to wait for this to become so overbought that it has no choice but to sell off. And see, that's a good thing we didn't buy right here. Patience is our best friend. I'd rather wait to be in a position with no money in it for a good setup than to force a trade, get into it, and now I'm waiting for it to recover or waiting for it to go back to normal or just waiting to break even. That's exhausting. I've done it. So we're being patient. And we're going to stay light if we do decide to take a position. We have no open position right now. Has to be a bull trap, guys. Has to be. 145% tariffs on China. China, Japan, Europe, Singapore are all trying to get with the UEA to get rid of, try to get rid of America, and they can become the new top dogs. The dollar isn't looking good. The 10-year note isn't looking good for Treasury. The housing market, everything's looking really bad right now, guys. Consumer sentiment data to release at 10. Yeah, it's probably slightly pumping up before 10. Like, it only has 20 minutes. So maybe 20 minutes it pumps. I just don't think it's going to be there, guys. 2 months in a row, we've declined in CPI. PPI is probably going to be another decline. Or they're going to try to save the weekend, buy a little bit more time, and maybe just break even, right? Hey, if we could stay at least at 450s, they're like, okay, maybe we're not completely crashing. Right? But if we crash to 400 before the weekend even starts, it can be at 350 by next Monday, right? So it's interesting. This is where a lot of bias comes in too. Do you believe the market is going to sell off? Then buy. I would love to buy SQQQ around $39 though. 38 would have been better. It could have already made money. 36 obviously would have been nice. 36 like 80-ish here. And that would already been $2 per share, or 90 bucks, about 100 bucks. But we're not getting too excited. We're being patient. Looks like it is retracing. Okay, nice little fake out up to that moving average. 1 minute doesn't necessarily paint a bigger picture. Now I like it because of price action. It shows overall direction. Also, I noticed, or if you may have noticed, I added the 9 EMA back. And on the 5 minute, it's a little bit clearer, right? Hasn't really done much. Hasn't really done anything. Consumer sentiment in 18 minutes. Ooh, here we go. Nice big green candle. TQQQ 46 from 45 to 46. QQQ pushing from 443 to 446. Already a $3, almost $4 move. Just being patient. Not really showing much. I really believe this could be a bull trap. It can come up to resistance 450 in about 15 more minutes. It'll come up to here, and then it'll either break out and we'll get a really nice bull rally, or this will get rejected and will actually sell off, okay? But right now it's looking really good. Look at that, pushing up very nicely. And it doesn't have to get rejected for any reason. It doesn't have to wait until 10. But we are following price action, and right now it's looking a bit bullish. See how choppy it is? Bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish. No confirmation of it continuing to be bearish, so it's just going to go back to being bullish. It's trading within this trend line. 5-minute isn't the best to tell the bigger picture. 30-minute, it's above that moving average. 1 hour time frame, it's above that moving average, showing signs of it being bullish, okay? First time it's been above the moving average since March 20th. Stayed above the moving average for a couple of days. And then on the 4 hour, it's below, okay? This is still very bearish long term. From 540 levels back in February of this year, February 24th, it has never made it back above that moving average, okay? I want you guys all to be aware of that. Now, in this Trump market, technicals can get thrown out of the window. As we've seen, we've had some major breakouts and crazy days that have made history. Usually these move 1-2% if you're lucky. QQQ's been moving 8-10% a day. It's been crazy. There we go. Let's see. See how we're above it now? Now I wouldn't mind getting in, right? Investing in and going long if that's the case. And I would much rather go long when the market is bullish. I want to go short when the market is bearish. And being able to identify these swings, we could make some pretty decent money here. You know, these big moves up and down every day are making us money. This week too, all this volatility here, couple ups, a down, down, ups, some downs and ups right there. Those are money makers. I've been shorting it, right? We want those up marks. We want these days to continue. Up, up, a little down. Up, up, a little bit down. Let's go up, up again. Let's test 470 today if that's the case. Right? Let's go from 450 to 470. I would love to see that. But the day's still early, and we know that this can turn against us very quickly. You can go up to 450, 453, and then completely get rejected and go back to selling off. So we are going to set our alert to 445 now, and our alert to 550, 553. And this is great. This is beautiful. That means everyone can make money. You buy down here as a bull, bouncing off of this. You're locking in profits here at resistance. You're buying at resistance as a bear, and you're waiting for that area to sell off. I mean, you can make money in these little tiny moves, guys. There is money to be made. So we're going to pull that up. Hold on. Let me go back, actually. It's not going to let me now. I think I was like right here. Something like that. Yeah. So we can get a pretty significant breakout. That'd be nice. And it's above that moving average, showcasing to everyone that it's bullish. There we go. Up to 449. Anyone who's shorting or anyone who's taking a long on this would be a nice, great opportunity to lock in profits, right? That's 1.66% on TQQQ. If you went long, that is actually 5.5% or $2.50 per share. So right there would have been a beautiful move. 100 shares, $250 in this tiny little move right here, okay? I'd consider locking in profits if you are going long on this small trade here. Okay, now bigger picture, this can go much higher. It could also go much lower. But this is a beautiful little intraday move, following direction, having these little pullbacks, you know, and following this movement all the way up. But now as it's starting to test, it's making lower highs, or, you know, it's not making any new highs, then we can start seeing a reversal setup here. And I wouldn't mind buying some SQQQ down at this level. We still got 12 minutes until market sentiment, so I just think they're going to keep pushing it up. They're going to keep pushing it up until 10 o'clock. I don't think it'll take 12 minutes to come back down, but then again, it can. It's going to continue to push up. Okay, we've seen it before. I would love to buy some shares, but I wouldn't mind buying it if it's down here more, right? $36.80, $37 would be a great move to buy. Chat's quiet today, guys. Chat's quiet. We need to break above 450 or break below 442, maybe something like that. 450, 442. I put 443 right here. Say 443. Let's see here. See that? Let's see what happens here. Does this bounce and go up, or does this get rejected and begin to sell off? If it begins to sell off, I might take a light position in SQQQ. If it gets back above this area. 10 shares, nothing crazy for right now, just a setup. But I also feel like I'm being a little bit too ahead of myself too, right? We have 10 minutes still. Here we go. I'm going to just get in here. First trade of the day. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to make sense to me. And right now it makes sense. It's testing this area. Solid green candles pushing up. It's above that moving average. And we're just trying to get good averages here on this, okay? Now, if QQQ begins to push up, well, then we may buy a little bit more at the 450 level, right? Now, if this is bullish, we'll have to get out of SQQQ. Just watching and grinding out deadlines. Love to hear it, man. It must mean you're working. Doing good. Okay, still showing signs of it being bullish. Got 8 minutes until 10. Let me know, are you guys on Truth Social? Have you guys gotten into Truth Social yet for to see Donald Trump's truths? I guess you'd call him. Because you can see his tweets on Twitter. You can see his truths on Truth Social. That's interesting. But yeah, Truth Social. It's out now. You could sign up. Pretty sure it's free right now. There we go. QQQ pushing up. Could this be a bull day? Could this be a bull day today? I bought in the middle. That was stupid. It was stupid. One green candle doesn't mean anything, guys, okay? We want to see this break above 450s, 450-50s, get above and begin to become bullish. It can happen. In 8 minutes, the market could turn. We could get bad sentiment, and it could bounce off of 453, right? It could push all the way up to 453, and we could bounce out, right? But right now, everything is looking bullish a short term, like very short term, like within the last, 10, 20 minutes or so. Would you say 42? Yeah. 41, 41.30, 42-ish. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think I got in a little too early on Q, SQQQ. I got excited with that little bounce right here. That's exactly where I bought, right at that little, thinking it was going to go up. Let's see what happens. Could be a bull day today. Market sentiment 6 minutes. I made a Truth Social account when it first came available, but never have used it. Well, now's your chance, because that's where Trump's announcing all his stuff. Here we go, 450. Really want to average down on this, man. That'd be so sweet. $37. Right at 37, get a nice little pop back up to 38.88, $20 per share. And beyond, I mean, but everything is looking up. Everything's looking up and a little overbought. A little overbought. We're going to need to see a little bit of a pullback at some point, I would think. Or today's going to be another one of those crazy days where we get an insane push up, insane rally like this. And that's where you want to catch too. You want to make sure you're on the right side and you have a few dollars to be able to play that, right? I mean, even 20 shares of TQQQ when it pushed up at 36, if you didn't catch it at maybe 40 to 50, even 20 shares was $200. 20 shares, a $10 move. Pretty sweet. There we go. Yes, Trump stock tips. Trump be like, keep calm and go long, and then the market goes up. Today is a great day to buy. That's what he sounded like. It's a good day to buy. And then everything will go up, right? Or he should just be like, you know what, guys, take a little bit of profits off the top. And then just everything will just tank, right? Because whoever gets to the profits first. That's funny. It's crazy. I feel like that's the same craze. Like he's becoming the new Roaring Kitty, where like anytime Roaring Kitty had any type of say in anything, GME went up. And then, I feel like there was meme coins for a while, and then there was crypto for a while, and now we're back to like a more sophisticated meme coin in a way, like a meme stock, which is literally the NASDAQ. I feel like Trump made the NASDAQ a meme. Let me just tweet something and it goes up or it goes down. What do we want to do today, boys? Do we want to buy or do we want to sell? We're selling today? Okay, let me make some conflict. Honestly, I think that's all he's doing. He's a businessman. He knows how to do all of that. It's all marketing. It's all publicity. Influence. Power. It's all entwined. And Mr. Donald J. Trump, I think he knows what he's doing more than people give him credit for. Right? He's a multi-billionaire. He owns hundreds, if not thousands, of companies. Real estate. Like, he's been doing it for a very long time. Yep. Major, just rewind like 2 or 3 minutes. I wasn't talking that much about it. Like a minute or so. Laugh out loud. Yes, he's at his trading desk right now with the plunge protection team. Yep. I feel like that's all it is. It's like one person sees something, they all see it, then it's like buy, and then everyone buys, and then it just all goes up. Or we all sell. And it's like whoever takes profit first either wins or loses out on more profits, right? And whoever cuts their losses early, you know, loses less or more money, right? Here we go, starting to curl over. PPI came in much lower than expected. Let me see. Consumer sentiment in 2 minutes. Let's see if I can pull that up for you guys. Let me pull that up for you guys. I don't think the market's going to move crazy today, but I mean, it might. It might. Let's see. Core PPI actual is down 0.1%. Core PPI is down 3.3%, guys. Oh, wait, no, my bad. Forecast was 3.6, actual 3.3. So down 0.3%. PPI really down. Oh my gosh, it's down. It went from 3.3 forecast to 2.7. So that's not good. Here we go. Looks like this thing may begin to sell off. That's a lot of red. Got 1 minute. There we go. Whew. Not looking good. Consumer reports out. We're creating some selling pressure here. I don't know. Maybe a reversal. What is going on? Are we pushing up or are we selling off today? Man, we are pushing up. Buying 10 more at $38. Let's see, this could reverse on us though, so we're just gonna wait. So that way if it does, we can get on to the other side as it goes up. There we go, QQQ beginning to sell off even more. SQQQ at 38, I feel like we got a good share price here. Okay, QQQ trying to push back up. Let's see. Again, still bullish, still above that moving average. We didn't see that huge push that we saw yesterday either direction, right? We're still just kind of chopping within this range. Adding more to my short. So having 30 shares at 38 is not as good as having 30 shares at 37, right? I feel like I missed out on 1 or 2% of the move already. But NASDAQ is selling off right now, so we're just going to add to our short position, okay? 40 shares. We got a $38 share price. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. Even if we get up to previous resistance, you know, we can lock in a good 50 bucks or so, 3% on the day. Not bad, okay? But we want to make sure this doesn't actually go against us. Go. Want to make sure it continues to get rejected. What do you guys think? It's retesting that moving average on the 5-minute. We jumped in a little early on this, but I think we're doing good. I didn't want to give this trade away. I want to give all this profit away when it does begin to push. Now, if it breaks out and we get a really nice sell-off, I mean, we could see easy 250 today. You know, 16% profit, 16% profit on SQQQ if the market sells off. Okay. I'm going to put this down to 443. Big red candle, man, on the 5-minute. Big red candle on the 5 minutes. Let's make sure that we don't see somewhat of a reversal here. And it does not have to go up to resistance. It does not have to break out. This can literally change direction, okay? So make sure you guys are all comfortable where you take profits and where you decide to get out, okay? We want to make sure that we're all taking and doing our part to manage our risk in each of our accounts, okay? Look at that doji candle. Do you see that here? It's been making multiple red candles pre-market. It's making a green one. Hopefully a bull trap for it to come back down even more, right? We don't want a bear trap where it comes down, retests, and then pushes up. That would be horrible, right? I could buy 5 shares right now if it does retrace because I used all my, basically all my buying power for SQQQ. Which would be fine. Hey, this wants to retrace, you know, then we get out and then we go long, right? So just got to be careful here. There we go. And again, just being more patient, you know, that's it. Did you guys see consumer sentiment come out? Did we talk about that? We said it came out, right? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Michigan 1-year inflation expectation 6.7 from previous of 5%. Michigan 5-year inflation for April forecast 4.3. It was a 4.4. Consumer expectation 47.2 and it was 50.8. Consumer sentiment 50.8, expected 54. So all of them is worse than expected. Expectations, sentiment, conditions are all worse than expected. Now in 54 minutes, we got FOMC member Williams speaks. That's not as influential. We got the rig count, total rig counts for oil. Crude oil speculative net position is somewhat important. Gold speculative net position. And that's pretty much that for today, guys. That was the most major impact would have been the PPI this morning. The PPI and the consumer sentiment. So that was your news report. Love to continue to see this sell off, man. Let's make a couple $100 today. Above or below, right? Yep, no progress to the upside or the downside. Just consolidating. Just got to be patient. Here we go. Big push up for QQQ. You guys got anything going on this weekend? Anything fun? Anything exciting? You guys going to spend some time and watch the LTE course, our Learn to Earn lesson library? What do you guys got planned? 6D chess players. 6D. I don't even know what 6D is. Is that where it's like the actual chess pieces and you move them around? Like, and you're standing on the board? Or is that like virtual reality type stuff? 49.50. Here we go. Pushing back up to previous resistance levels. That would be a nice loading phase right down in this area. See, look where I bought. Bought 37.85 on this push up. Bounced back. Should have bought here. I bounced on that first break above. Entry could have been a little better. Just gonna wait. We're gonna be patient here. Man, I would have loved to get Tesla at 83. I even bought some at what, 90? I bought some at 98 and then sold it at 94 because I didn't want to hold it to 83, and then it pushed up to 115 and it's at 110 now. So again, dollar cost average down, get into those long-term accounts when it's under 100. I'm hoping it goes below 100 again, but that might have been the last time we've seen Nvidia ever at $83, maybe. Never know. Can't time the bottom, we can't time the reversals. All we can do is respect the price action. My family are back from a mini break. Can't wait to have the noise back in the house. Oh, that's cool. Happy to hear that, man. Same here. It's weird when the house is quiet. Like, sometimes it's nice, and sometimes you want to hear the kiddos. Or they're just the family in general, right? I got kiddos right now. And I had them so young when I hit my, when I hit my late 30s, they'll be adults. And then there is no more kids for us. They're still going to be our kids, but you know what I mean. They could go off and do their own thing, or they can stick around here with us, but I'm not like, I would never like force them out. Like, you're 18, you have to move on with your life. Like, they could live with me forever if they want. I left my house when I was 16, 15, and I had a kid by 17 already. So, I want a different life path for them. Have fun, enjoy it. Don't worry about kids and family right now. If you want to have them, cool, but do it later. So, and if not, hey, life happens to all of us in different ways. Okay, QQQ selling off again. Here we go. Nice rejection candle. We'll see what happens. It could be making higher lows, or it could be making lower highs. It literally is some type of a divergence here. Not a huge divergence, but slight divergence, as you can see. I'm not even sure if divergence is the right word, but a slight descending pattern, okay, on this level here. If we go 5 minute, it actually creates a bigger picture. Okay, so that makes a way bigger picture, right? That's almost looking like a bear wedge. Like, it can't get above, it just keeps slowly going down. Once we get below moving average again, and we can hold below this and below 443, we can see this sell off to like 430s again, 432. It might take all weekend, right? We might need some diamond hands on this one, but we're gonna hold on to it for a while and see what happens. I'd love to see this pop up. As long as it doesn't break out, then we're good, right? Maybe we have our stop loss set, to where we only lose $40 today if we get a significant breakout. I think we should always trade with a stop loss. I've failed twice on 2 big days. I've failed twice not having a stop loss. You could always lose way less when you have a stop.
And if it's about to touch your stop, then there's no point in letting it, oh, well, I'm going to move my stop lower, 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 lower. If it already hit your stop once, it's probably going to hit every single stop going down, and you're just going to continue to lose more and more. The trade is now against you as you're lowering your stop down. Oh, this level's going to jump. This level's going to spike. Okay, 36.30, it's going to bounce. And it could bounce, but why not just get out of that trade and then get into a new trade later? Why lose more than your plan? And if you're right, cool, you can validate your trade plan, but you also didn't want to take any more risk. You know, hey, I was willing to risk 1% on this trade. It didn't work right now in the moment. Lose a few dollars. Buy when it makes sense for that next trade, or maybe you don't have buying power. You have to wait a day to trade again, and you just know, hey, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda held here, shoulda bought here, and that's where your trade plan recaps come in for yourself, right? Hope that helps. I'm going to lead by example here, and we are going to put a stop at, it hasn't got below, so that's where it got me yesterday too. I stopped myself a little bit too early. See that little pullback right there? Let's talk about it. I didn't do a recap video yesterday, but I bought really good. I bought all down in this area. Very nice. Pushed all the way up. And right at this little red candle, I did a stop loss at 38.65. And it got filled at 38.64. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Second it stopped out to that low candle, it popped up, and then it just kept going up to 41.18. So I made I made $90 yesterday, but I could have actually made closer to 290 with the exact same 40 shares. Maybe it was like 45 shares, something like that. But yeah, made 90 bucks yesterday, so go watch that live stream. That was a really solid trade. And then see how it's kind of forming, like it's above, but then it goes below. So a lot of choppiness today. I'm not even sure if I even like this setup anymore. Hey, Bernie, I love that, man. I love that. You guys got to see this. Got to see this quote. You see that? Bernie said, stop loss reminds me of a quote I've heard from another trader. It's okay to be wrong, but not okay to stay wrong. Okay? Not okay to stay wrong. We're not here to be perfect traders. We're all going to make mistakes, and there's going to be times we're wrong. We need to make sure that we're comfortable admitting that we're wrong, identifying we're wrong, admitting that we're wrong, and then just getting out. Just get out of the position. Get out of the trade. Lose $20. Lose $50, lose $100. Don't hold and lose hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, right? Have your stop loss at 1%, 2%, 5% if you're willing to risk 5% max stop loss. But there's no reason you should be losing 10%, 20%, 30%, 50% of your account in a single trade. There's no reason for it. So great job, Bernie. I like that quote. Okay, QQQ selling off again. It can't seem to make higher highs. Do you see this little tiny descending pattern right here? Do you see that? It's even more narrow. It's even more narrow than the last one. Well, it's not perfect. This isn't a perfect trend line. But it can't even trade sideways anymore right now. Here we go, pushing up again, or QQQ selling off. There we go. It's being held, and that's what I do not like. I do not like that it's holding now on the 5 minute above this moving average. That's scary, right? One little bounce, we skyrocket. We bounce here and break below. Now, look how many times it's touched this. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So we either break or we fly. Or we just keep consolidating. Here we go. We're almost at an hour. Yeah, not looking bad for bears. We're just waiting for something to happen. This could be a great bear setup. Oversold, not making any lower lows on our trade for the short, right? Which means QQQ is not making any higher highs. Slowly selling off, but we could also see a reversal. We could see QQQ pop up and we could end up needing to go long, right? And we could buy 5 shares if it does go long, because I believe if it does hit long, I mean, this thing could pop up 53 or even more. 5 shares at $10 even would be 50 bucks, even if it's only 5 shares. That's all I have for buying power. So if you guys are curious, that's what I got left for buying power. Because I got in at what, 1,500-ish here. About another 500, 2 grand. Yeah. There we go. QQQ. Slowly pushing up. Ooh, Tesla's selling off. Tesla is doing horrible today. Down 2.5%. Popped up and pushed back down 4.5%, guys. Holy moly. Just joined this trade short at 449 QQQ. Wow, 449 from way up here. Beautiful. Here we go. Great setup for shorts. How high up can we go? Or does this just come back down and just follow within this range? It's literally been doing it all pre-market, just following within this range. Up $24, 1.5%. Come on, market. We want to see you sell off so hard. We make a quick 100, 200 bucks today for all of us here in our LTE team. And we all start our weekend with a couple more $100. Apple, this goes below moving averages, can sell back off. Microsoft is below moving average now. Nvidia coming back down to test it. Amazon below that moving average. AVGO coming back down. Meta below it. Netflix testing. Okay, it's testing. If it bounces, we're not looking good. If it sells below that, we're doing good. Costco selling off. Tesla, let's see if we don't get a significant bounce. If we get a lot of buyers stepping in here, it's going to push up. If it breaks this level, it's going to sell off to 243 and even more. Google selling off. All right. All right, we're looking good. We got to break this level. QQQ up to $39. If it breaks this support, we can see an insane selling pressure. Insane selling pressure if this breaks, guys. We're up 2.5%. About to hit 40. Okay, there we go. Just hit $40 on the day. We'll add the little P&L here. Now it could also retrace again and just trade within this range, and then it comes all the way back down, and then we have that weird emotion all day where it's just choppy as all heck, right? Choppy, choppy, choppy. Looks like it's coming back down. Whoa, whoa, we came down to that level. We touched it. Be careful for that reversal here. A lot of people are going to start buying in at 443, thinking it's going to pop up. So it's either going to pop up or we're going to get more selling pressure. And again, this thing is going to dip. There we go. 443 QQQ. We're looking at the 1 minute time frame. We do not want to see this reverse. I want you all to be careful today. Know when to lock in profits. Go up 2.5%. Got to be patient here, guys. We're on the right side of the stick here. We're on the right side of the trade. This is what we want to see. Now we're selling stops. Now our stops are locking in profit. You know, we could lock in $20 right now if it comes all the way back down to 38.58. Okay. There we go. Up 43. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see. Okay, there we go. QQQ selling off. We just hit 3% on the day. 10 years at 4.5. Oh my gosh, that's not good. Robinhood has increased margin requirements. Whoo, it's happening, guys. We're increasing our stop to $39 even. Okay, $39 even is our new stop. So we have now locked in. We had just now locked in 2.5% on our trade. 2.5%. We're up $50. QQQQ is selling off to 441. Okay, this can come back and test the moving average. It could sell off even more. It could reverse right here, and we can get out of this trade. That might be it for us. That's why it's crazy to have such a stop here so high up. I'm going to wait. I'm going to pull it down a little bit, so if it hits this EMA, the EMA is slightly above, right? That 9 EMA is slightly above my stop. So it comes all the way down to test 9 EMA. That's kind of what it did to me yesterday. And we can get a reversal, okay? We could still get a reversal. Oversold, though. So oversold means people are wanting to buy in. They're like, yo, I'm going to buy now. It's oversold. I'm going to add to my position. And here we go. It could reverse all the way back up to here and then sell off again later. It's early. Very early day. Still trading within that range, though. I brought I'm bringing my stop down, right? If I had it at 39, I would have got stopped out. So I'm glad I brought my stop down to 38.70. I'm going to remove my stop real quick, okay? I'm going to remove it. Not the best thing to do here, right? It's testing that 9 EMA. We want this to be a fake out for the bulls. We want the bulls to buy so this sells off even more, right? We want this to sell off more so that SQQQ pushes up more. If it's going to trade within this range, that's just dumb. But we're above this moving average, so we're not making lower lows, and we're not wishing and hoping it goes back up to break even. We're in the money. We're in the trade. We're following direction. But it looks like it may be recovering. Let's see, right? Let's see if we get a rejection. We do not want this to start going back up, guys. Looks like we're getting some more selling pressure. Come on, baby. Let's wait a couple more minutes here. Still below that 9 EMA. Locked at 43.50. Perfect trade today. Beautiful. I love to hear that. He went from 449 to 443. That's $6.50 in profit, my man, per share. Good job. Good job. $38.86, $38.83. Hit that stop. Back above $39 now. I'm putting my stop to 39, 39.20, 39.18. We could see some consolidation here. I think we're going to get out here at 40. $39 even. We're out. We're out. Not bad, guys. 2%. I basically did what Hamad did and just locked in profits, you know, to be honest. We're an hour and 4 minutes in on a Friday. All it takes is one tweet, and QQQ could shoot up back to 450 and beyond. We're at that level though of the moving average where it could sell off, and we could be out of money now to where we can't even trade it no more. Right? We could still buy 5 shares. But we locked in at $39 even. 39 even. $36, 2% on the day. Nothing crazy, but hey, we're green on the day. And I think we are going to see a significant breakout. I may have sold just a little too early. See how it's still getting rejected? We'll watch it for a couple more minutes. We'll watch just a couple more minutes here. Definitely more selling pressure though. Oh yeah. 39.30. What do you think? Should we just do another few shares? I'm thinking we wait for TQQQ for that reversal. If a reversal even happens. This is when it pays to be patient, right? I locked in at $39 at 40 shares. It's already up another 40 cents. That's like another $16 in profits, which was it was like 50 bucks. Yeah, it was like 50 bucks. But hey, we did a solid trade here, right? This was actually giving back a lot, and then it pushed up, gave back a little bit more to 39. We locked in profits. There's nothing wrong with that. We got a few more dollars to get back in if it decides to sell off more. New lows or new high. Let's see here. Is this a reversal? Can I buy a few back in at 39 where I was just at? Oh no, look at this. It's a fake out. I don't know. This could be first signs of a push up. What do you think? You think it's going to push up now? It's going to go up now? Is it a fake out? 40, 50, 60. It's already up 60 cents. What do you guys think? Fake out? Have a good day, Major. That was weird. That was a big green candle. Is that a fake out? Yeah, possible reversal here. What do you think? We go long? Yeah, I say we go long due to direction, how this consolidation happened right here. Pushed up, got rejected, came back down, pushed up. I believe this is oversold enough to potentially have a nice push back up from resistance. Now we are trading TQQQ now. Okay, we went the opposite direction. So we shorted it on this move, and now we're going long on this reversal, okay? All of it is very risky. It's all extremely risky, guys. I'm not trading with very much, a couple $100 on this trade. And we're just going with direction. Okay, here we go, getting rejected. What do you guys think? You guys doing good? You guys enjoying the stream? We stay on just a little bit longer, see what happens with this trade here. We got a potential to lock in another 10 bucks. Potentially the 10 bucks I missed out on. Don't overtrade, Johnny. First trade was perfect. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Same there. Same with you, man. Major TQQQ if long up to about 46.30. Yeah, I can see that. 46.30 would be right there at a moving average. Yep, just a test. Could be even getting rejected right here off of 45 EMA. There we go. Up another 2 bucks or 1%. So this is what's great too, is trading both sides. Make 1 or 2% on this trade, make 1 or 2% on this trade. You're up 2 or 3% for the day. You know, so you could split up your trades in sections too. You don't have to go all in on one trade. Especially with cash accounts. Especially with cash accounts. You have unlimited day trades as long as you don't use all your buying power. There we go, MACD curling over, showing signs of a possible, reversal still. It doesn't have to recover either, okay? This EMA is acting as a resistance. Do you guys see that? EMA. Big green candle, though. Nice big green candle. Still extremely oversold on the day. Still above this moving average. We could see this begin to push up even higher. It's a Friday. It could also push up to this moving average on the 1 hour and get rejected. Okay, so a lot could happen in the next, few hours. I'm curious to see what happens. Oh, this is the right one. 30-minute bullish, 1 hour bullish. It's above that moving average. 4 hour though, it's still very bearish. Okay, still very bearish. And here we go, pushing up. QQQ pushing up. Up 1% on this trade. Right, we don't want negative news. That's why I don't like holding. And I don't, I'd love positive news, but you never can know when that's going to happen. So, if you want to hold your position and hope and wish, and you can, right? But that's not what I like to do here. I like to make my money and get out. Make my money in an hour or so and get out about my day, and I'm not stressing all day wondering, am I going to recover on my loss, or is it going to sell off more? And thinking all day, should I buy? Should I sell? Should I buy more? Should I average down? Should I get out? Should I hold? It's just too much stress for me in my particular trading style that I just like to get in like a sniper, get my entry, hit my exit, make my money, and get out. That's what I love the most. But look, what have we been at? An hour and 13 minutes. I'm going to continue to hold my trade as long as it continues to push up. I don't mind holding it. And yeah, we're already up another 1% on it. What the heck? Let's hold just a couple more minutes. Let's see if it gets rejected off of here. You guys got to watch another trade, okay? Another trade setup. We're just going to hit our stop up here, watch. We're going to go ahead and lock in. We're going to lock in our 1%, right? 2 bucks. But still 1% nonetheless. As it pushes up, we can raise our stop limit up even more. And that's what I think is super cool about it also. Okay, getting rejected. Which means it would have got stopped out anyways, right? Testing that moving average. So 5 at 460. If it breaks below 460, right? 470, 475, it might. Or it might push up. QQQ, it's getting rejected. Not looking good, right? 460. So could have locked in $2. So we're gonna lock in like $1, something like that. If it hits 460, yeah, $1. There we go. Now, if it pushes up, we can continue to slowly rise our stop, right? But now we know we're not going to lose any money, right? This is a winning trade. This is our second winning trade of the day. Even if you only win a nickel or win a penny, it's green, right? In our case, we'll make about $1 on this small trade. But we're looking to make $10 or even more if the market does rally. And just to showcase, you can make, 1% on a small little move like this, 1-2% on a trade. You don't need much to make money. 100 shares, the company moves $1, you make $100. Okay, you have 1,000 shares and it moves $1, you make $1,000. And that's what's so cool about it. So I'm going to go back up to 45.80 now because we're up a significant amount, right? 45.80, 46, then you could then put your stop up to 46 if you wanted to, right? You don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose to where you give it all back either. You want to give this time to breathe because it can push all the way up to 47 again, right? 45.80. The only thing about stops is you got to know how significant they are. That was a, 20 cent. This was a 56-cent candle. So we can go 50 cents this way, and you can give all your profit back very quickly. 45.80. And then now you could walk away, right? You can go do whatever you want. If it goes against you, you locked in profits, which it looks like we're going to do right now. Okay? Goes against you, starts to sell off, you lock in profits. If it goes up above your stop, you come back, an hour later and it's above your stop, raise your stop up even more, or decide to lock in profits, right? Now, there's also trailing stop losses you can use where it does that automatically for you. But again, 10, 20 cents, you could constantly get chopped out and stopped out on these choppinesses, right? The trailing stops really work well with moves like this. So like for SQQQ, having a trailing stop here at maybe like 20, 30 cents, and as it pushes up, it's slowly going up with it. You could do that too, right? So, and then now that QQQ is selling off again, then you could come into here onto SQQQ and you could scalp this. You could buy right here and then sell right there. So a lot of different ways you could trade, a lot of different ways you can make money, not just buying and holding overnight or holding long term like a week, a month, a year. You can literally make money in an hour, in a 5-minute candle. You can even make money in a 1-minute candle. Okay, so plenty of money to be made. It looks like we had a pretty good setup. Buying here, first signs of support, loading up above the moving average, not when it was below, but above this green line. And as it began to rise, we decided to lock in shares. $40 in profit at $39. Now, yeah, we could have got another 50 cents, but hey, it's not about being perfect. It's about staying green and consistent. And by locking in at $39, it's now back to $38.50. So by trying to push up 50 cents and make another 20 bucks, could have resulted in us losing 20 and being down, or even being negative, right? So decent trade. It sounds like some of our other people were able to make some money. And yeah, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys today on this Friday. And look, there you go. I got stopped out and it looks like it wants to push up. So markets are very choppy today, guys. On the long term, I still see this being very bearish, okay? This can push up to 460s, 470s, or something like that and then get rejected again. Now, short term, it's looking bullish though, right? So we might be able to catch a nice intraday trade here on Friday. If this continues to stay above the moving average, we see this push up to 450, break out at 450, go to 453. Who knows? Maybe we could see some 460s by the end of today. Nonetheless, though, I don't hold any positions overnight. Locked in 2% on the day. I'll take it. And we're going to move on, right? I will be seeing you guys on our Saturday our weekly stock talk on Sunday, right? You guys are all aware of that. We have a Sunday stock talk. It's our game plan for the week. And what kind of companies we're looking at and overall direction of the market. Saturday, I added a new series. It's our Saturday dividend special, our Saturday monthly paying stocks. Saturdays are going to be those videos or possibly live streams where we talk about how you can make money monthly, quarterly, maybe even weekly, and even sometimes daily with companies that pay out dividends. There's a ton of them. I've been dividend investing for many, many years. Maybe you guys can get a sneak peek into my long-term portfolio on those Saturdays. Some of those companies I'm holding long-term, and you get to see some of those dividends that I'm getting from those companies I'm holding. So those are going to be new Saturday series for long-term investors or just people who want to learn about dividend capturing and how they can start making monthly income with companies that pay you out money every single month and every single quarter. So that's going to be happening on Saturday. And then, of course, we'll see you bright and early here Monday morning at market open. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you guys showing up every day, being consistent. Let's remember to manage your risk. Don't lose more than 1 or 2% to trade, and let those winners ride. Sometimes you can see 5, 10, 15% gainers, but if we're locking in profit at 1 or 2%, we are literally never going to make those big bucks that we're looking for, okay? And remember, don't be greedy. Lock in those profits. It's all a balance. Know how to handle and control your emotions, and you will be a much better trader in the future. Appreciate you guys' time like always. Let's remember to end the year on a green note and have a great weekend. Go do something fun, guys. Go have some fun. We're going to go watch the new Minecraft movie with the kiddos. So get out there, have some fun, do something new and different, and we'll see you all in the next video.